Good morning, black women and grands. How are ya? Come on in, let's chat. If you're not here with us live, why not? What's wrong with you? Girl, come find us on TikTok. Join the Black Women and Grands page. It's 67,000 of y'all in here. Ain't God good? Won't he do it? Good morning, TikTok livers. How are ya? I'm going to let TikTok do its thing, get you in the room while I prepare to chat with you. I hope you're ready. This is for black women, for profit, small business owners who are seeking grants for their black woman owned for profit small business. Welcome. So excited to have you here to chat about you, what you do, your business. I have been learning so much on the back end about grants and grant funded opportunities that I want to share with you. So, this is GPA, our Grant Prep Academy. Welcome. I'm usually here with you live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But here I am today. I'm trying to remember what day it is. Tuesday. Hey, y'all. Felt like doing a pop-up. So come in. Let's chat, black woman. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Let's talk about your business real quick. Can you tell me in the chat what you do that you want to win a grant for? Thank you for the roses, Liz. What's the business that you work right now that you could see yourself winning a grant for? I have been doing some research and I'm about to go into a deep rabbit hole over the weekend for the rest of the week. I'm just going to engulf myself in this new side of grants that I've been avoiding, but I think I need to go in and do some undercover work for us. And I started it already today. Just God put this download in my spirit. I followed the unction and started discovering some stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. So we got some new stuff that'll be coming up in our future training. So make sure you follow this page, turn your notifications on so that you can hang out with us when we're live, because I'm going to bring you what I discover. One thing that I discovered, I don't even know how to explain it, but we could talk about it today. But let me find out what you guys do first. So Liz is an esthetician. You said you were, okay, licensed esthetician. I thought that said LLC. Girl, I'm trying to see. Just put my glasses on. Okay. Tina has a trucking business. Awesome. So y'all help me work through this because I just thought about this earlier. Tina, I've had coffee, so bear with me, okay? I've been off coffee for a long time. And I just had it. That's why I'm here with y'all. I got energy. Can't take a nap. Grants love what's known as social impact. Have y'all ever heard that term, social impact? It's like where there's a cause that is near and dear to your heart that you really feel moved about when you like see it, like homelessness or empowering the youth or working with veterans or helping the disabled community or mentally challenged community. Like it could be anything in your life that really moves you to tears. And you really wish that you could do something about it or do something to help make it better. That's called a social cause. And so when you apply to grants and you have this social cause in mind and you compare it to the reason why you really want a grant for your black woman owned for-profit small business, it really makes your grant application stand out among others. And I know this to be true because we just had Ashley Rankin, who will probably pop on here. I'll be telling all her business because she recently won the $10,000 L'Oreal 2024 Inclusive Beauty Grant. So we worked together earlier this year. She's one of my private coaching clients, and she just racked up a $10,000 grant. And what I know for sure that she put in her application was her social impact of what she's going to do with the percentage of the funding that she wins. Have y'all ever considered that for your grant applications? Like whether or not you've applied for a grant yet, or maybe you haven't won a grant yet, But did you know that having a social cause, a social mission, or a social impact, meaning a cause that is so near and dear to your heart that you're going to take a piece of your grant winnings and give back, that is one of the secret sauce ways to have your grant application stand out? Did you know that? Crystal says thank you, and no, I didn't know that. Yes, girl. But let me tell you, I want to work through this because I'm thinking this is our new way to go. Y'all want this secret? Put secret in the chat if y'all want this secret, that I'm still like conjuring it up in my mind. I've been listening to books and podcasts and my own spirit in this thing here, having won over $63,000 in grants. Hey, new here. You want the secret too? Liz says she wants the secret. Me too, girl. So let's work this out. So, we know one part of the secret is to have a social cause. What's y'all social cause, real quick? Like, tell me what would be the thing that's near and dear to your heart that if you won a grant, Crystal's new, she wants the secret too. Hey, welcome, Crystal. What's your social cause? Y'all talk to me real quick. I love engagement and I get paid for my conversations. Like, I got somebody in my inbox right now waiting on my answer to do a speaking event. So y'all better talk. And y'all better say something. I'm hanging up on you. Y'all remember that Pink song? Sickle cell disease is your cause. Closing the gender and pay gap for our people. Girl, me too. That's why I'm here with y'all black women talking about funding. Housing for single parent or disabled veterans. Can they be both? Why they gotta be one or the other? I'm just asking. That's the coffee talking. Okay, so let me help you. What if you took the cause that is so near and dear to your heart, sickle cell, closing the gender pay gap, housing for single parents and or disabled veterans, social action, community education and beautification, single fathers, amen. What if you started there? Thank you. That makes me feel better for either and or. I'm like, why they gotta be different? But let's reverse psychology this thing. Instead of going into a grant saying, I want a grant for my business. My business need a grant. I need money for my business to grow my business, to sustain my business, to pay my business, to pay my employee, me, my. What if you started with your cause? Let's think about this for a minute. What if you said, you know what? I got a business or a business idea. I know it's a good product, a good service, because either you're about to start the business and you know it'll do well, or you've already started the business and you've been making money from it and you want to keep running the business. But at the same time, you Herman. You is a Herman bean. I know what I'm saying. And you got this cause. They're just like, man, I really wish I could do my part with this. Like, I really wish I could just contribute something, give back something. What if instead of looking for a grant just for your business to make it bigger, better, more expensive, make more money, get more clients and customers to put more money in your pocket, what if you started with your cause first? Saying, you know what? I got some extra time this weekend. I really should look at starting this project for single fathers. Working on this social action, community education, beautification project. I really want to cut out some time in my business schedule to start setting up the housing for single parents or disabled veterans. You know, I really need to get into putting my project into place to help close the gender and pay gap for our people. You know, sickle cell disease is going to be here whether I make money or not. I really should look into trying to get some funding to help me fund that social cause. What y'all think? Crystal got it. She says cause first. Got it. Y'all want to dig deeper? Y'all want to play with this a little bit more? Liz say that's good. Thank you, Liz. Amen, Kona. I need it on today. Sounds good. So what if you follow in the path that's laid before you? I know, Liz, it just came to me, and I do this. But you know how you have to hear it from other people first? But God just gave me that revelation. I was listening to a podcast, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay. So I'm about to like jump off this cliff for y'all, metaphorically, of course. I'm scared of heights in real life. But anyway, thank you, Liz, for the rose. Yeah. So let me give you a perfect example. So Ashley Rankin, I know, Crystal, right? Like, okay, all right. So Ashley, let me find her email, Ashley. She just won $10,000. I teach a 10-point framework for the 10 most important things that should be included on every small business grant application. And one is your social impact. You gotta like, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong. I was like, why her email ain't coming up? I'm in the wrong email. Hold on, y'all. I got multiplicities. So you gotta include that social impact. But I'm like, what if we started there though? So what y'all think? What if you found a grant that will help you actually start the projects that you said are near and dear to your heart, that you said you would take a portion of your grant winnings and build out? What do y'all think? Dr. Joyce says, I have built the cause globally. I need help with building the hospital jobs. Okay. So what are your thoughts on starting there versus just trying to get a grant to fund what you do in your business? You don't have to start a nonprofit. You just have to have a social cause or be part of what we call social entrepreneurship. I have had every business that I've started since 2005, so almost 20 years I've been an entrepreneur. And it has always had social missions, cause, and entrepreneurship underneath it. Meaning I knew I didn't have to become a nonprofit to still make a difference in my community and be for the people. So anyway, what are y'all thoughts? Let me know. Is this making sense? Have y'all ever thought to approach a grant like that? You need phrase assistance next level. What does that mean, doctor? Let me know. If you're new here, say hey in the chat. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, creator of this here space. I don't know what HGO means. Girl, you got to talk to us like we don't know what you're talking about. Welcome to Black Women in Grants. Make sure that you follow this page and turn your notifications on so you know when we go live. Over at blackwomeningrants.com, I have a mentorship where I teach about grants for people who have watched one of our viral videos that's close to 1 million views now and have begged me for mentorship. We have 300 of you in the program right now. There's a scholarship available for you to come join us and get mentored around this idea of grants. And we about to flip grants on its head to see what if we started with our cause first to bring in this funding. Let me tell you about Ashley Rankin. So Ashley found us here on TikTok back last year in like August. And then she was finishing up a program. She had just won a $5,000 grant. And then she finished that program, got her grant, joined us in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. Took 90 days to really focus on what I teach, from finding your social mission to finding the grants that are a good fit for you and your business and your social mission, to applying for those grants. And just a few days ago, she won her very first $10,000 grant through the L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Grant. Hey, Rose. Hey, new here's. I see y'all. Welcome, girls. So I share that because Ashley took exactly what I'm telling you to do. She took my 10-point framework that I teach in the mentorship as to what should all be included on a small business grant application. And let me find the part of where she did what I'm sharing you to do. Sharing with you to do. Hold on. I'm looking at her essay. It's super good. It's like 5 pages. So give me a minute. But I'm going to get to the part where she says, number 1, we're going to contribute 10% of our proceeds to support mental health initiatives. So what I teach you to do is find a social cause that ties in with what you already are doing in your business or what you plan to do in your business if you have a startup, and factor that into the grant. So if you're applying for a $5,000 grant, a $10,000 grant, show them what you're going to do with that $500, that $1,000 10% contribution. So she goes on to talk about mental health because that's one of the causes that she supports in her business. But then she also talks about the partnerships that she has already established in the community to help carry this out. This is big when you have a social mission, to show a grant that you are getting started without their money. You are finding people who support that cause as well. And when or if they do select you as the grant winner, their money is just going to help push you over the edge and multiply your impact. And so Ashley talks about how she's already started to do the work. And I know she's literally done this, invested her own funds in this social cause before she won this $10,000 grant. And so she goes on to share how the cause is so near and dear to her heart that she did start the work ahead of time. The grant is welcome to jump on board. And she's kept track with what we call social impact measurement. Like, yeah, we want to do good in the hood. We go do it. Well, how do you know that it works? How did you measure this being a success? So to show that she is super serious about continuing this project, whether or not she wins the grant, which she did win, but she also said, well, we kept track with the people that we helped, and we discovered we got a 98% satisfaction rate. So not only did I find a cause that was near and dear to my heart that supported the mission of the business that I already run and make money in, I've created partnerships, I've already started to carry out the plan for this social mission in my community, and I'm keeping track with how it's helping the community exactly. And here we are with a near 100% satisfaction rate. Dear Mr. Grant Check Writer, Mrs. Grant Check Writer, wouldn't you like to be a part of a cause that's already on the move? Oh, and by the way, here are my plans to further extend my business as I continue my social mission. What do y'all think? Samika, was that meant for somebody else? Share your thoughts, your ahas, your questions about what we're talking about right now. Reverse engineering the reason that you apply for these grants. You heard it here first. My original idea. Me and Jesus came up with this today. Like, what if we flip the grant on its head, showed it how we're already out in the community doing good, carrying out the cause that we're going to support anyway, and inviting the grant to be a part of that. I figured, girl, you multitask. And I was like, I don't think that was ours. Yeah. Share your thoughts, your ahas, your takeaways, your questions. I know this is deep diving right in, but coffee would do that to me. I don't know about y'all. I had a few sips this morning, and we in here. Or what they say, we out here. So real quick, I need a volunteer. Let's play around with your cause. Whoever is the first to remind me of what their social cause is, I can help you dive a little bit deeper, give you a little grant coaching around this concept of starting with your cause first. Let's think through a scenario for you as to what type of grant you need to be looking for real quick, and get this strategy started, because that's what it's all about. So who wants to throw their cause in the chat first? That one that you told me about earlier, that if you won a grant, you would give back to. Okay, thank you, Dr. Joy. She says sickle cell and related issues, jobs and housing. So we're going to pick sickle cell because we know that's already a big topic. We know that there are organizations already out helping those that need that. Y'all slow. Y'all better type fast. I told y'all now. Come on. Dr. Joyce won this one. Sickle cell. So, Dr. Joyce, what work have you already been doing in the sickle cell community? And it can start with your story, whether you're dealing with it, whether it's a family history, someone you love is dealing with it. Tell us about that. What have you already started doing? Have you volunteered somewhere? Have you wrote a book about it? Have you led some classes? Are you just now starting to research and learn about it? Why is it near and dear to your heart? And make it make sense to us. Talk to us like we're in elementary school. We all do not know what sickle cell disease is. Be very basic, because keep in mind, the people that you're sharing this cause with, they're the same way. They're not in this world. So you have to bring us into that world and explain it like we're 6 years old, saying, why? Mommy, what is sickle cell? Hosting transition. So make it simple. If you can't make it simple, I can't help you, because again, we're not in this world. So take the concept of sickle cell, why it matters to you, and why we should care. Tell us. So if I said, what is sickle cell, or why do you care about sickle cell? What would you say? And if we can't get you into some easier terms, then I can help someone else with a more simple idea. But the reason I want you to get to the point quickly and explain it very basic, elementary, non-academic style is because on a small business grant application, you're only going to have so many words that they allow. You got to get to the point, and it got to be clear and make sense. So y'all keep throwing your causes in the chat just in case we have to do a backup cause, okay? So Dr. Joyce, medical missions globally, I don't really get it. So keep going. And I know TikTok limits your characters as well, which is great. This is good practice for the grant application if you're going to start applying on behalf of your cause before your business. Because I know it's easy for us to explain our business and what we do and why we need funding, and we need marketing, we need staff, we need inventory. But when you have to come from the angle of the cause, your social mission, your social cause, you got to make it simple. You got to bring us into that world. Hosting transition from child to adults, I don't get that. Okay, you're saying it matters because I have grandchildren who suffer from sickle cell disease. Great, that's a great start. Okay, so why should we care? We being the grant check writers. Imagine all 17 of us that are here, well, 16 of us, not including you. Imagine we're writing you a check for the project that you want to start with sickle cell disease. So you've told us that sickle cell matters to you because you have grandchildren who suffer from sickle cell disease. Well, why should we care though? Because maybe we have hundreds of other people who also care about sickle cell disease, but why should we care that it matters to you because you have grandchildren who suffer from it? And this is, not being hard on you, not pressuring you, but this is real questions that will be on the application, like, tell us more. You say young people have issues. Thank you, Liz. Big baller with the roses today. Young people have issues with the transition from child to adults. That still does not make sense to me. As a grant check writer who knows nothing about sickle cell, the only thing that makes sense to me right now is that sickle cell is important to you as your social cause, in addition to what you do for your business, because you have grandchildren that have the disease. Don't go too far off, because I still don't know nothing about no transition from child to adulthood. You said you have grandchildren. So now, tell me about the age of your grandchildren. Tell me about the genders. Tell me about how they got sickle cell disease. You have to walk us through the journey. So it's going to be a little bit of elementary type education mixed with your story, mixed with why we should care compared to the other people who too may be asking for funding for sickle cell disease, etc., to help the community. It would also be great if you could say the fact that you, as a Black woman for-profit small business owner, has grandchildren. Maybe put the number of grandchildren. Could you say children? That means more than one. Maybe put their genders, their age, how long they've been dealing with it, what it's like to see your grandchildren deal with it. Do you have experience in it? Did their parents have experience in it? Can it spread? You have to educate us. And then talk about the work that you can see yourself doing on behalf of sickle cell, research, volunteering, giving back, starting a foundation, writing a book, teaching about it, traveling and doing workshops, family gatherings, educating the community. What do you want to do with sickle cell, the community? That goes into the work that you either have already started or you're looking to start and you're looking to have funded. And it starts to get into why a grant should care. Because now, as the grant check writers, we got to see ourselves in that mission with you to say, you know what? That is pretty important. We should care. Maybe we should consider her for this grant. So keep going. Talk to me. The youth, we ain't talking about the youth, we're talking about your grandbabies right now. So come back. You keep trying to take us there, and we ain't there. So come back. So leave jobs out of it. Leave intermittent top. That ain't got nothing to do with sickle cell. All we talking about is sickle cell right now. You have to choose one cause, one business for one grant. Y'all see how this works? Is this helping anyone else? Crystal's chiming in trying to help you, Dr. Joyce. Sickle cell, life challenges, crisis. Got it. Okay, Crystal, those are your notes. This is helping y'all? Okay. Liz, don't be rushing me to my what tips you have for me. Wait a minute. Good morning, Princess. Welcome back. Princess just joined us in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. If y'all like coaching like this, y'all better come join us. Crystal, like your note taking, girl. Okay, let me see who posted second while Dr. Joyce gathers her thoughts. Let me see who posted. I'm scrolling back. Hold on. I lost it, y'all. Okay, Liz, you were second. Don't be rushing me. I'm still taking my time. So Liz wants to help single fathers coming out of incarceration. Why, Liz? Why should we care about single fathers coming out of incarceration? What's it to you? What you got to do with single fathers coming out of incarceration as a black woman, for-profit small business owner? Why is it a cause so near and dear to your heart? Answer that question for me since you want to rush me. Your turn. You said it has so many tips. Thank you. You're welcome, Princess. But you're not a single father, are you, Liz? You said because you were incarcerated. What they got to do with being a single father coming out of incarceration? I don't get it. Do anybody else get it? I think we got questions. Liz, are you a woman? This is for black women for-profit small business owners. You're a black woman for-profit small business owner with a cause that's near and dear to your heart. And that's single fathers coming out of incarceration? I don't get it. Aren't y'all in separate, facilities to start? Why do you care, Liz? What's your story? Hurry up. Samika says, it was me, but I'm still here. I'm after Liz, please. I ain't doing all these, especially not for free. Y'all tripping. Y'all better go join this mentorship. I know that. blackwomeningrants.com. The coffee gonna wear off in a minute, so y'all better hurry up. I'm trying to help somebody today. Your son is incarcerated. Is he a father? Is he a single father? Has he been released from incarceration? Again, Liz, why do you care? Hurry up, Liz. We about to skip you. I'm just playing. So again, bring us into your world. Is the link in the bio? Yes. Go to blackwomeningrants.com. That's what we're going to do. Oh, after Liz. Oh, the first person to join us in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, I will spend more time with you diving into your ideas. Somebody finna get their breakthrough on today. Hallelujah. Y'all better get in this offering line. Let me stop. Okay. So Liz says her son is a single dad and he's still incarcerated. But you said, Liz, yeah, ain't no reading in between the lines. It's straight up. Coffee gave me a superpower this morning. Go join the mentorship. Okay, so Liz, let me tell you what you telling us. We just met you, right? Y'all, we don't know Liz. Who is Liz? She just jumped on this live today and started talking to us. So let me read her comment so far. And y'all tell me if y'all hear, I went all the way to the beginning. If y'all hear what Liz isn't saying. So first of all, she's a licensed esthetician, right? She's been laughing at my jokes, which encourages me to be more silly. She says she wanted the secret to what we're talking about, which is flipping grants on their head and starting with your social mission and your social cause. I'm just reading her comment so far. She said her social mission and her social cause was helping single fathers. We like, okay, tell us more. She said what I've been sharing so far with helping Dr. Joyce, etc., was really helping her, that this was good information. So she's listening deeper. And she was like, I never looked at it from that way. I'm reading your comments like it's a book lid. So then she said, okay, that makes sense. Then she said, hey, y'all, because she's new here. So I told y'all to say, hey, if you're new here. So she said, hey. So she's new to us. We're new to her. But this is all we know about her so far. So she said her single mission, her single or social mission, her social cause is single fathers coming out of incarceration. So she went from single fathers to single fathers coming out of incarceration. Okay. And a little bit more detail. We still got questions, though, because we don't know this lady. So then Liz said, the incarceration piece for me is touching. Okay, tell us more. She said, for me, because often there are no resources. But again, Liz, let me tell you what my brain is. Outside of the jail, when they open the gate and release the single father from incarceration, I'm there mentally with you, waiting on this single father being released from incarceration. But now you telling me that there are often no resources. Well, first, who is the single father, child? Go, wait a minute. You skipping chapters, girl. Come back. Well, we gonna get to the resources, but why do you care about single fathers in incarceration? Okay. So then she said, well, what tips do you have for me? Well, Liz, you got to tell me more than you done told me, honey. So I gave her some tips. She said, okay, that makes sense. LOL. Thanks, Queen. I'm still outside the gate of the jail with the single father being released from incarceration. I'm stuck. I can't write you no check because I don't know what you... I said, well, Liz, why you care? She said, because I was incarcerated. Well, wait a minute, Liz, because now we at a whole nother jail. Ain't women and men in different facilities? Bring us back. You could tell us your story in a minute. Maybe start with your story. I don't know, but I am confusion, Liz. Come back. Then she said, well, my son is incarcerated. Okay, but now we know single fathers is part of your social mission. Single fathers being released from incarceration is part of your social mission. You was incarcerated. Now your son is incarcerated, but we still stuck outside the prison where this single father has been released from incarceration. Who is the single father, Liz? Liz, is this helping you? Okay. So I said, well, tell us more, Liz. Break down your story. She said, he is a single dad and still incarcerated. So he hasn't been released. He's a single father. Well, tell us how many kids he got. Where the kids at? And again, what that got to do with your social mission as a black woman for-profit small business owner trying to get a grant to help single fathers who are released from incarceration? So Liz wanted some more help. I said, you better go to blackwomenandgrants.com and join the mentorship. Now she back at her story said, well, I found challenges coming out of incarceration. Liz, you are not a single father coming out of incarceration. Liz? Hello? Is anybody else on here out of the 11, not including Liz, still in confusion with me standing outside of the jail waiting on the single father being released from incarceration? I don't know. Maybe it's me. But y'all see how if you put this story on a grant application, Liz, you can't bribe me with roses. Thank you for the roses, but you better pay attention to get the story together. I know that. Because we still outside the gate waiting to pick up the father being released. You know what, Liz? Blackwomenandgrants.com is your solution, okay? Because I bet you if we dove deeper, it ain't single fathers being released from incarceration because you still ain't told us who it was. Where is the money, LaShondra? That's where I'm at right now. She said, this is good because I don't know how to lay this out. We would agree. I think we would agree. She said it is helping. Good. Crystal says, incarcerated parents, you and your son generate. No, come back, Crystal. She didn't say that. Don't put words in her mouth. We call that naming the baby. Don't name her baby. Let her name this baby. Let her struggle. Let her have her aha moment in her breakthrough. It's more beautiful when she do it herself. But we trying to make sense of it. I get it. And Liz, this is in love, child. Love and coffee. That's what we gonna call this. If I had to give today a title, A little bit of love, a little bit of coffee, okay? Coffee and conversation about this idea. Because Liz, she said, see, I be all over the place. Yeah. Then y'all want to get on my phone. Two ladies called me yesterday and just told me all their business. Ma'am, I was just returning a missed call. I didn't know that you was going to tell me all your business and who done scammed you and who. I love y'all, but I can't do this with all y'all. It's 300 of y'all in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. I refuse. I'm going to need a nap after this. But everybody like, do me next. Y'all see why I'm not? Okay. So Liz, is this helping you at least like get the thoughts out your head, brainstorm a little bit, and see how girl, child, this don't make no sense. Wait a minute, come back, tell us. So sometimes we just need a little help with telling the story better. So Liz, yeah, you need to we did a 3-part compelling storytelling class. There's a grant out right now for Black women, for-profit small business owners for $50,000. Ashley, who won the $10,000 from L'Oreal the other day, just applied for that $50K grant. In the grant, it tells you that when you tell them your story, like we're trying to help Liz, they said, here's what we want to hear. They want to hear passion. They want to hear why you're doing this. They want to hear so much more. I put it in the class. I can't teach that again right now. I ain't got enough energy. I have severe anemia. I fainted twice recently, spent the night in the hospital getting 2 blood transfusions. And so for the last 2 months, I've been in recovery mode, and I literally have to choose where I invest my time and my energy. I jumped on here today to invest about an hour with y'all, thinking through some of this. Y'all ain't gonna take all the energy I got being all over the world, and I'm still parked outside of this incarceration facility waiting on this man to walk out who's a single father. Is his daughter in the car? Is the incarcerated, free, single father in the room with us? That's where I'm at right now. So I can't take on too much more after this one. Y'all better meet me over at blackwomenandgrants.com and get the energy that I bottled up in these videos. I wrote a book for y'all, and it's 300 more of y'all over there. Okay, so work with me. Help me help you help yourself. www.blackwomenandgrants.com. Or if you really want me to like take a nap, wake up, and have a second wind, I just yesterday, and before I went live with y'all today, sent out an email to our mentees that I got 5 open spots for the rest of 2024 to do some one-on-one coaching holding your hand. You can find out more about that over at fivefigurefunding.com. This is for people with big ideas like Liz, but you need to get down to the bare minimum and then go out and find that funding for that. Add it on to what you already got going on in your business and call it a win, okay? So you can either A, join us in our year-long mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, and or B, check out fivefigurefunding.com and get some one-on-one coaching. Yes, I can help you. Okay, back to Liz. Liz said, I love this. I know it was God who put me on TikTok to hear this message. Liz, I'm still outside the facility, but we're going to keep reading. Crystal says, asking clarifying questions. My apologies. I know, Crystal. I'm still asking clarifying questions. She said, I was listening to the book. Get it, Crystal. God is amazing, ain't he? That is so funny. I didn't know we had questions like you said. Okay, Liz said it makes sense. She said, no, he has one. Okay, so, you said it's still raining. What that mean, Liz? You texting somebody else? You cheating on us? Like somebody else was doing, sending us your nephew text. So Liz, if I were you, and I was serious about this cause, don't laugh, Crystal. It encourages me, and I get knocked off track, and I can't focus. And I had coffee. Okay. So, still raising. I was like, girl, why you talking about the weather, Liz? You really do be all. Okay, let me come back. So if I were you, and I was telling the story about this cause that's so near and dear to my heart, I would tell the story about the day that I'm looking forward to pulling up to that facility with my son's daughter or child, one child, in the car with me, Waiting on the gate. I'm going by what I see on movies. I have a brother who's in prison. I don't know what it's gonna be like when he get out, or if I even be there. Hopefully he'll have it worked out. But what I see on prison movies, they open that gate, or even with that lady that's trending on TikTok right now when it picked up that man that she had been talking to in prison for 2 years. So even what she showed, she was sitting outside in her what's that nice old school car, like on a movie scene, sitting outside the gate waiting for them to roll the gate open and let him go, and he walked out. That's the scene in my head. So in your story, it should be you and the one child that the son is still raising from prison somehow, which is a miracle. You better tell that story in the grant. The day he gets out, you and the baby in the car waiting on him. You got resources in hand to help him. And what y'all do after that, thanks to a grant who has funded that cause. And not only have you helped your son, but you can help women who have also been incarcerated. Maybe they're single mothers, and you know what it's like because you've been incarcerated and now you're free, and you see how this works? You see how this, okay, yes. And good morning, Ashley Rankins. I've already told all your business, so perfect timing. Welcome. Ashley Rankin is our $10,000 L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Grant winner for 2024. Y'all, can we say, hey, Ashley? Liz, is this helping? Is it making sense? Let me know. Crystal says, thank you for doing the pop-up. Great info and enjoying your energy. Girl, thank you, honey. I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, Liz says it makes sense. You sure, Liz? I feel like you're going to add more to the story. Like you one of those people get to the end and then drop a bomb and walk away. You'd be like, well, wait a minute. Come back. Got more questions. Okay. You said you just wrapped up a call with one of your grant coaches from... Oh, look at you. You got to tell me how it went. They're congratulating you, Ashley. Dr. Joyce says, thanks. You're welcome. Dr. Joyce, did that help you a little bit? I know we kind of stopped and was waiting on you to process your thoughts and stuff. Liz said, I enjoyed it. You better enjoy this. That's $1 million worth of work. Tell her, Ashley. Ashley done paid that, okay? She's a baller. What questions y'all got about what we talked about? You better send some roses, Liz. Got me over here sweating. It's been a pleasure helping y'all today. I ain't going nowhere yet. Let me see how long I've been on here. I ain't got too much energy. I need to be out doing some... Okay, we got like 15 minutes. Let's keep chatting. What question y'all got? You say, yes, I need your help. If you need my help, there's two options. www.blackwomenandgrants.com, where Ashley came from, having now won over $19,000. Ashley got all the help that I have to give, and then some. Got some more coming. She invested too, so. There's a scholarship over there if you need it to come train with us for a whole year. Get everything Ashley got and everything. I'll be adding new stuff from time to time. blackwomenandgrants.com. For those of you who are like, well, how can I work with you one-on-one? Like, I want to call you and just tell you everything, and you just wash my brain for me and put it back in order and teach me how to go apply for a grant. You can go to fivefigurefunding.com and book a session, babes. That's how you do that. And come join the winning crew. We've won a total of $181,000 as Black Women in Grants over at blackwomenandgrants.com. Y'all got it? Child, you got to investigate my brain to do any more tap dancing. That's how I'm looking at it. Said, girl, 2 ladies called me. I'm going to start returning calls. Y'all better, I'm going to look you up. Be like, is she in the pro? Okay, I'm going to call her back. Y'all just see a number and start dialing. I don't really be answering the phone. It always be on Do Not Disturb. But sometimes I be returning calls. And why? You know, I had just found your number and I wanted to just see if you can. And girl, I be trying to get off the phone. So anyway, don't tell me everything. You don't have to. Put it on your grant application. They writing the checks, not me. I'm trying to teach you how to get them to write it. And I will ask you, girl, everything you just shared with me, have you ever wrote that out in a story or maybe a book? It's time to tell your story and get paid, child. So we can talk about all that. Gotta have skin in the game. If skin is cash, then yes, I agree. What questions y'all got for me? I wanted to share the thought that I had. Ashley, you missed the beginning. Okay, let me give you a recap. She said, go slow, faster, not at all the choice. Amen? So I just got this download earlier today. This is the recap for those of you who are just joining. So listen up. That what if instead of just going to look for grant funding for the sake of funding your business idea and then having a social mission, which we know is the secret sauce, right, Ashley? What if we started with the social mission, the cause that's near and dear to our heart already? And we said, I got this idea to help this certain part of my community. And everybody listed out their social missions earlier with the causes that they would actually take, like a portion of their grant winnings and help fund. And so there was like sickle cell and, child, I forgot everything else. We done spent so long with Liz today. But anyway, what if you started with the social mission and said, I really want to put on these workshops, write this book, do this back to school drive. What are some other things? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's really speaking to your heart these days. And you started there. And then you started looking for grants that's like, we really want to help a woman build her business. And you're like, well, I want to build my business and build my community. Let me tell you about how I want to build my community first, to show you that it's not just about filling my pockets, padding my pockets, because I know you reap what you sow. So I'm going to get my business funded. That's going to come because I'm sowing a seed first. Like, what if we really flipped grant funding on its head? We're not nonprofit. We don't have to start nonprofits. We don't have to come at grants like we are a nonprofit. We don't have to partner with the nonprofit and split the funds. No, we're just a Black woman, for-profit, small business owner with a social mission. And we want to start there. We want to dedicate some extra time on our lunch hour, before work, after work, on the weekends, on our vacation, take some time off and focus on this project and getting it funded. And oh, by the way, I have a very successful business or a very successful business idea, and I'm going to use about 85 to 90% of the funding for that. But if I could just take 10% and start with helping my community, Mr. or Mrs. Grant Check Writer, wouldn't you like to be a part of a cause like that? So if you've ever asked yourself, how can I get my grant application to stand out? Because I'm not sure if I can win, or I'm not sure if this is legit, or will I get scammed, or can I do this? Is my business eligible? Will I qualify? You will absolutely stand out against any competition for another business that does what you do if you start with your social mission in mind. For example, this time last year, I was in a place where I was bored with my first business because I've been doing it since 2013. And I had been winning grants for my Black woman-owned for-profit small business. And I had the idea, I remember telling my mentor that I really wanted to start helping Black women find funding for their business. And he got heated because he loved my main business because he's helped me make multiple six figures within a short amount of time. I'm his greatest success story. And I'm like, sir, chill out. I ain't say I wasn't going to do my first business. That's my heart, my baby that pays the bills. However, here's what's on my mind. And he fought it. We had some long discussions. And at the end of the day, I'm grown and this is my business. So here I am, a year later, having gone from 400 followers here on TikTok to now 67,000 of y'all on the Black Women in Grants page. If you don't follow this page, girl, you better get on the dog on it. And now he's like, well, so now tell me what you did on this TikTok. Nope, because you didn't even want me to do it. Here we are now, having made almost six figures in a shorter amount of time than he showed me in my other business. We've also granted over $50,000 in scholarships for over 300 black women worldwide. I don't know y'all. Y'all just meet me here on TikTok. But now you're in my mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, getting information you need to get not only your business funded, but now, as of today, your social impact, because we're flipping grants on its head. 300 plus of you have read the book Finding Funding that I wrote for y'all this time last year. And I said, God, I just want to sell a few copies and, use that money to fund my lifestyle. And here we are, 300 copies later, 300 women in the program, almost 6 figures in revenue. And I work super part-time on this business, and over $50,000 given in scholarships for you to come train with us over at blackwomenandgrants.com. Testimonials galore. And some of y'all I'm just meeting for the first time today, and we've been doing this work. I share all that because when I apply for grants, that's where I start. Notice I didn't say, I got a grant to start helping women, but nope. But when I apply for grants, I'm coming from the standpoint of I've already built my empire. Don't y'all want to reimburse me? Can we be your diversity, equity, and inclusion hire for this grant? We'll be the smiling, beautiful, brown-skinned, black face on your graphic when you say who won this grant. Because there's going to be many more of us who win after me. So might as well start with me. We ain't going nowhere. We just expanding. We are baby's kids. We don't die. We multiply. So y'all see how this works? Starting with the social mission. This is who I am as I show up for grants, saying the work that I've already done, giving them, extending the invitation for them to come join us in this mission, invest in this mission, and we all look good, building our community while building our business. Y'all see how this works? I ain't just talking game. I don't do theoreticals. We in these streets. What they say, in the field. If you don't have a business already, start with your social mission, babes. That business idea will come to you real quick. You'll be like, oh, I can get paid off this. Wait a minute. Does this make sense? Is this helping y'all? Did my story / example of black women in grants and black women in grants make you be like, oh, wait a minute, what? You did what? Let me know. Over at blackwomenandgrants.com, you meet people like Ashley Rankin. She's live here with us today. You also meet Deanna Joy. Ashley won $10,000 recently. She's won a total of $19,000. She is rich, y'all. $19,000 richer since finding out about grants. Right, Ashley? There's also Deanna Joy. Deanna has won $76,000, and she's now a semifinalist for a $1 million grant, thanks to what she's learning in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. That's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully something that I've shared is making sense. It's clicking. It's making you be like, wait a minute. Don't just tell me you need my help. I need you. I need you to work with me. I need you to help me. Girl, go to blackwomenandgrants.com. Join us in the mentorship. Learn the secrets Ashley know, because she finna keep winning, because this child... That's what you say when it's good. Has over $451,000 in grant applications out there. As Brother Denzel Washington says, I'm leaving here with some. So she has such a much higher chance of winning way more money because of what she's learned in the mentorship, what she's implementing daily for her business and her social mission, her social cause, and keeping up with the work that she's already doing in the community. Do y'all understand a little bit more about the grant game since y'all been here? Let me know. Are you over at blackwomenandgrants.com claiming your scholarship? You qualify when you go pay $97, Liz. That's it. I don't put you through no hoops. You got enough hoops to jump through with these grants you're going to be applying to, telling an incarceration story on a remix, okay? www.blackwomeningrants.com is where to go to join me, to get more help, to get mentored for a year for only $97. That is the scholarship price. Normal price is $997, and I will gladly allow you to pay that. Right, Ashley? I'm just saying. People have paid that. More than one people have paid that. But because, again, we're doing this work as we're winning grants, we're coming in. You guys are my social mission. I have a heart to help Black women become self-empowered. We ain't paying nobody to do this work for us because can't nobody do it like we can. We learning this skill, we're implementing this skill, and we're going out and winning the funding. And it's a repeatable skill, a transferable skill. So there's that. That's where we start. I'm literally leading by examples. People have gotten mad at me because they're like, I want to run my business like you. Teach me. And I'm like, I am. Follow my path. And they're like, no, I want the quicker version. Well, girl, I can't get you there no quicker than I'm going. You can join me. So blackwomeningrants.com, there's a special link, and you see it. It's all in caps. It says, click here to join the Grant Game Mentorship Program for only $97. Then in parentheses, more than one parentheses, it says, use this special link for scholarship and payment arrangements. So if you got $97 or not, there's a payment arrangement option. If there was an option to take EBT, it would be on there, but they ain't put that on here yet. So here we are. What questions can I answer for those of you who are still hanging out with us and got questions about what we've been talking about today? Let me know. I told y'all I wrote a book called Finding Funding, and it includes my 25 secrets to finding and securing small business grants, grant funded opportunities for Black women, for private small business owners. There's a list of 60 business expenses that grants cover. There's a list of 27 frequently asked small business grant application questions that you need to be ready to answer, like your story and why they should give you funding. And then I give you copies of my answers to grants that have gotten me written. Big checks. Did I say that right? Crystal says, that's big. A lot of people don't offer such options. I think you're talking about the mentorship. I think. Ain't no telling what I said, and my brain is trying to wrap around it. Sweetheart, hey girl, she says, can you just find grants for your social mission? You gonna have to tell me, girl. Let me know what you find out. You never know till you try. I just got this idea today, child. You ahead of me, girl. So let's compare notes when you go do your research, because that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this day, this weekend, all that, right? Ashley says these grant coaches that apply for you are often a red flag. They can grow. We're going to stay out of that lane today because I got some feelings about that too. Okay, Crystal said you did. Okay. I am great. Mine had a grant. What that mean, Crystal? I think me and Crystal having like 3 different conversations in my brain trying to catch up. Mm-hmm. Did I tell y'all we got an app that reads my book to you? You can download that app while you're cooking, cleaning, driving, walking, yelling at the kids. You can pause it and then come back to it. Mm-hmm. It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. I want to see your name. Join in the crew, okay? The social impacts. LOL, no one responded to you. Okay. I'm trying to keep up, child. I can't. Any final questions, ahas, takeaways, moments of clarities? No, I ain't doing no more coaching because Liz today drained me. Ebony says, thank you for sharing. I'm about to do everything I can to get the $97. Girl, go apply for, Klarna and Afterpay. Those are the payment arrangement options on the $97. I don't want to hear no more excuses. That's an excuse, Ebony! Okay. You got this. What other questions y'all got before I go? I can't tell if I'm gonna go take a nap or go run a lap. Like coffee is just the devil. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Crystal says there are grants for some of the social missions. There are grants for all of the social missions, babes. You just got to tell your story right. Mine had one I learned about late. Got it. So if you learn about one late, that means that it's 10 more out there. Everybody looking for a black face to win their grants. That's just straight up talk. And no, I don't care if white people on here. So y'all ain't got to announce your presence. I know y'all be on here listening too. Back in the day, aka COVID, when white guilt was big, I got some calls and some emails because I was the token black friend and I didn't know it. And so I got calls from business colleagues saying, can you teach me how to basically get more black clients? And I said, why have you not been concerned about that until today when it took murdering a black man? And now it's affecting your green dollars and you want to call your black friend that's going to give it to you straight. So I did. I made them pay me, but I did it. And shortly after that trend, because it was a trend, we were a trend. It was a trend to try to find black people to either give money to or see how to make them clients. Because a lot of coaches started getting called out because they didn't have a lot of black students, a lot of black success stories. And so we started calling them out. Well, they did. I just sat back and watched the drama unfold because I knew it was a trend. So these grants picked up heavily during COVID because of white guilt. White people felt bad for what black people been going through all our lives, but they just caught on because it was messing with their money. So they started giving away money. I won a grant during COVID. My very first business grant was for $1,000 from a white couple. And they were looking for 20 businesses, not necessarily black, but businesses to give $1,000 to. And I was number 17. I could have been number 20 and I would have took that grant. And I did. And that's when the grant bug bit me and I saw the theme and I said, let's jump on this trend of white people giving away their money to black businesses before the trend dies. The trend is slowly dying. So I say that because it's not as seen to get a business just for being black as much as it was during COVID. Now you have to come with a strategy. They do not care that you just black and broken business. So the strategy needs to be flipped on its head. Instead of saying, I'm black, don't you want to support a black business? Black with a black lives matter, child. Is back to like, do black lives matter? We back there because the trend has died. So you literally have to learn how to play this game to still get dollars. Now, black people are writing checks as well for grants. I've won my last 3 grants from black women. Okay, so we in there. A black woman grant inbox me here on TikTok saying, we watching you. We love what you're doing. Tell your ladies to come apply for our grant. So black dollars out there too now. All of them, you have to come with a strategy. Why should they care? Beyond the fact that you're black, you're a woman, you're in business, now you need a cause. Well, your cause is your community. I'm bringing the rest of my community so y'all can have more black faces, more black seats at the table, more black opinions on this matter that applies to black businesses, like funding for black women-owned businesses. We're the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the world. Yet we're not making as much as we should be, and we're not funded as much as others. So now we're in what we call non-traditional funding, which is grants and grant-funded opportunities. We can still be the black face, the black name on the checks. And we're bringing our community with us through our social cause and our mission. So this stuff is not just about, let me get a check, let me get some money. This is about show them your strategy and how serious you are about making a difference, that it highly encourages them to fund you. All my life, I have been told that I am that black girl. All the way down to the last church I was a member of. It was an all-white church. I was there for 5 years. And the most question that I got from the leaders in the church was, how can we find more basically educated black women like you? They said it in so many words. Or I've always been told, you speak so well. For who? A human? Okay. So y'all can tell I'm passionate about this. And when it comes to why do you only help black women? Because I can. Because I want to. Because I'm one of us. And because nobody cares that we're not being helped until we start winning this money. And then it's like, oh, let's sue you. Affirmative action. Y'all see how it's a full circle moment. So with us flipping grants on its head, taking our social cause, applying for funding, bringing the community with us, this is how we start to break the generational wealth gap, the gender and pay gap. Whose cause was that, Crystal? You see where you fit into the grand scheme of things? This is how you play the grant game, y'all. You could tell I'm passionate about it. I love it so much. So, blackwomeningrants.com is where I share the strategy. When they say this, you do this. When they ask you this, throw this, this, and this in it. It's all a part of strategy. Yes, doing our part. And it goes deeper. I talked about this a little bit on a live I did yesterday with it's something called the United Nations what do they call it? Sustainability Developmental Goals. It's a long name. SDGs for short. But this is a worldwide mission to ultimately try to help the world become a better place. And if you can prove how your business, along with your social mission, is doing that, you stand a greater chance of getting your cause funded. So when it comes to grants, it's not just about applying for money. Yep, SDG is it's a rabbit hole, honey. But I teach about it in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com because when I first discovered, like, oh my gosh, I did not know that me starting this business as a black woman was a part of like a world domination plan outside of just my brain. There are other people in on this as well. And so, yep, it's like doctoral level learning. That's why I enjoyed it so much. I was like, this is like a thesis. Oh my gosh. And so learning that just by starting a business with a cause to help make your community better locks arms with the puzzle piece of the SDG goals, making the world a better place. It's just so eye-opening to see how us winning funding is bigger than just us. We're like an ant on this global mission to for global and social justice. It's a beautiful thing. And to know that black women run a major part of this. Oh my gosh. I've started learning about the funding for all of this. And so us going out looking for grants, getting the money that is available for whatever reason they putting it out there because we know how to play the game. That's just a small piece of this new world that you're going to be introduced to when you start winning the money. So I make sure that I share my insider secrets, like stuff that I have discovered, all the way down to making sure that you mention how your business recycles or you're lessening your carbon footprint and CEO emissions and all that stuff, child. I ain't know nothing about that till recently. And I'm like, grants care about stuff like that? They do. Because not only are you the diversity, equity, and inclusion hire, the black face on their website that they've given money to, but now you're making them look good because you got a sustainable business that's economically friendly to the environment. Girl, it's deep. So get out of the mind frame of, I just need a grant to go apply to. I just need to win a grant. Honey, it's bigger than that. And so my job showing up here with you guys on these lives is to educate us to start thinking literally outside of the box, the check box, okay? Yes, we want the funding and we want the introduction to the world behind the funding, the reason why they're giving the money and how it's making everybody involved look good. You're helping your community, your business is being helped, and the grant looks good because they gave you the check, child. So everybody's meeting their mission. That's what we talk about a lot here on our lives, which is making sure you're applying for grants that align with where you are. It's deep. I ain't got enough time. My throat getting dry. I gotta go. Any final questions? Let me know. Hello? I'm about to go make tacos for lunch. I'm looking forward to that. I took my ground beef out late, so we got to figure that out. I may just go to Taco Bell. That would be easier. Ashley says, I heard grant application strategy and community building strategy in my rant. Got to throw that in there. Oh, Ashley, I got to email you today. Let me bring that up so I don't forget. Prince, oh wait. Crystal says, less healthy taco option, LOL. Oh, Taco Bell. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know now. Because I kind of put the same thing on it at home. But I'm going to use real ground beef because I don't know if they beef for real. I used to work at Taco Bell back in the day. And they beef come in a bag. So you might be right. But everything else be the same. Sour cream. I got some arugula, which I think gonna taste better than iceberg lettuce. That shredded lettuce. I got my tomatoes, my cheese, the taco shells. Yeah, you right. You right. It's a good way to get me to cook. So we about to make it happen. Add something to my stomach other than just coffee. Is anyone over at blackwomeningrants.com getting registered and claiming their scholarship and need my help getting logged in? Let me know before I go so that I can make sure you get your welcome packet and get started when you're ready. Other than that, that's it for real. That's all I got. Princess says, easier but killer on the stomach. I usually do okay. I just started back eating meat. I've been vegetarian for 8 years, but because of my anemia, I need the iron. I need the blood of an animal. I feel like a vampire now. So I eat a lot of beef for protein and iron, and I feel amazing. As you guys can see, I'm here with you versus sleep. I usually would be way gone by now. So here we are. Oh, what did I just do? I clicked something. What that mean? Okay. She said it is better at home. Everything is. Except that grocery bill, they cost the same. Shoot, why I got to cook? Why am I punished for wanting to eat good? Okay. That's all I got. Meet me over at blackwomeningrants.com. I will be back. What's today? Oh, I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so y'all won't see me on my regular scheduled time for Wednesday. And then I got an invitation to speak, but I think I have to decline it because of my doctor's appointment, which is more important. So maybe I'll be on tomorrow evening. I don't know. It depends on if I have an attitude by the time I leave the doctor's office because I'll be in there arguing with my nurse. We both be right and we both love me. So we be arguing. So she gets to read my test results to me that I've already read. But she's looking forward to it. It's a highlight because she's never seen my level of anemia and she's fascinated. And I think it's weird, but I love her so much. So I get to go see my nurse. She's the best. She's been taking care of me for like 10 years now. And I know she's looking forward to my appointment. Even though I only get like 10, 15 minutes, but I'll be trying to talk for like an hour. So I need to leave time for that, okay? I can't be on here live with y'all. I did go live last week when I was there with her, though. I really did, because she took too long to come in there, and then she want to come in and talk. So I had to hang up on y'all. So if I have time, I might go live from the doctor's office. Be having me and that Wayne. I did not drive all the way here to wait. So y'all pray for a good rest of the day, good tomorrow, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all for being here. That's all I got. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless. Bye, future grant winners. You're welcome, princess. See y'all soon.